Hello, VC. Welcome to Tony's LPs Are Us. I'm Tony. Thank you for dropping in. We're in Studio E. We have the Elvis fluorescent light in. Thank you, Grace. And we have Elvis, but Elvis is incognito. He's trying out different costumes for Halloween. So in the next, I would say this month, this is the month of October, Halloween's the end of the month, we're probably trying on different Elvis costumes, but he will not get out of this gold suit, which is a dead giveaway that he is the king of rock and roll. You know, people say before Elvis there was nothing, but I disagree with that. I think there was plenty before Elvis. There was a lot of people before Elvis, but Elvis got everyone together, right? Got everybody together, and the rest is history. And with the Colonel, we're not going to talk about Elvis. We're talking about Record Store Day, Black Friday 2025, which is November 28th this year. So it's the day after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's on Thursday. Black Friday's on Friday. Biggest day of the year for retail before Christmas. I remember when I worked in Vogel's Records in college in the 70s, mid-70s actually. We had our own Black Friday, but it wasn't called Black Friday. It was just the biggest day because all the college kids would come in, and I'm talking about buying cases, stacks, crates of records, because our records were on sale for $3.97, $3.99, $4.87, and list prices were $6, $7.98, $8.98, and we would discount those. So the college kids would come up, and I became friends with a lot of them, and we couldn't walk in the store. But that was my initiation to Black Friday when it wasn't called Black Friday, and that was just a record store. So now we have Record Store Day, Black Friday. Now, Record Store Day, Black Friday is not as huge as Record Store Day in April. That's my opinion. I think the titles are much better in April, but there's some great titles here. I'm also going to go over some prices. I was able to get a list that have some estimate prices on these. I don't have the quantities that they're actually made in, so if something catches your eye, go to the Record Store Day Black Friday website, and you could look up how many were made. I know they range from under 2,000 to maybe over 20,000, and there's about 177, 188 records for sale this year. And there's also a multitude of live records this year, and a multitude of Zoetrope or picture discs, which are maybe the same thing. I know there's a Stones Zoetrope, Her Satanic Majesty's Request, which depending on what that's going to look like when you spin it, because that was a lenticular cover, which is very rare. It's a grail for some people, the mono, the stereo, but it's like a 3D type of cover, and you could check that out. So let's just go to the list, and I'm just going to give you my quick impressions. I'm also going to let you know which ones I think are going to be flipped. And flip, I mean they will sell out, and then you would go to eBay that afternoon, and the prices are going to be twice, 3 times what you'll pay at Record Store Day. Now, the thing with Record Store Day is there are people who will get up early, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Some camp out. I remember last year we went about 4 o'clock in the morning. There were people that were there from the night before, and they were able to get the really ultra rare, one per store record. We don't know how the record stores will get the distributions from Record Store Day. I guess it depends on, past purchases and what they purchased for this particular Black Friday. But it should be good. Hopefully the weather will hold up in my neck of the woods, in the East Coast area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I'm actually going to go to a store in Pennsylvania. I'll give them a shout out. That's probably spin me around. I also like Tom's store at the Record Exchange in Pennsylvania. I usually stop by there, so check out those 2 stores. The Record Exchange, Tom is the manager there. It's one of the best guys you'll ever meet. And of course, everyone knows the crew from Spin Me Around in the Palmer Mall over outside of Easton, Pennsylvania. The Record Exchange is actually in Easton. So those are my 2 goes. So I go to Pennsylvania. So we have, we're just going to go down and give you some prices. You could think about what you're going to get. There's jazz, there's hip hop, there's rock, there's soundtracks. I usually don't go for the jazz because I don't know the sources of any of these. Sources are like a secret record store day thing. It's more for the novelty, the collector, and of course there's those flippers. So I'm going to suggest some things that will probably sell out, and you'll want to get them before you have to go to a second market. But as I was talking about flippers now, I have no problem if someone's going to buy a record and then sell it later on. It's capitalism. And don't forget, there's a lot of folks that can't get out on a Friday morning or a Thursday night after Thanksgiving and wait in line to get their grail or their favorite artist. So think about it that way. Time is money. If I'm waiting in line, not me, but if someone's waiting in line for 5 hours or 6 hours before record store day opens up and they're able to get a record that they could triple their money, they're still making $10 an hour. Time is money. So I look at it that way. So let's get to the list. We have Party Traumatic Deluxe Edition, Black Friday 2025. Of course, these are all Black Friday, so we will not repeat that. That's $39.99. We have Avatar, The Last Airbender, book number 1, Water, $59.99. Epilogue, live at the Edmonton Blues Folk Festival. That's a Warren Zevon. That's going to be cool for Warren Zevon people. I don't think Warren Zevon had many record store day records. I may be wrong. There's a Lester Young, live at Berlin, 51 for 52. That's $28. These are all estimated prices, but you won't find prices anywhere else. I'm giving you the prices. I'm not giving you the quantity. If you see a record, mark it down. You could actually look at the list and get the quantities. Fool's Ride, Witch, that's $32.99. Live in London, Bobby Womack. Now that should be interesting. The great soul singer, the late Bobby Womack, who did a lot of things with what's her name? First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, lady. We have Longine Parsons, $32.99. Jazz, In a Perfect World, Season to Risk, $39.99. As you can see, these prices have gone up, and they've gone up, I believe, because of tariffs. The live anthology From the Vaults, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's a double record turquoise, $49.99. I'm going to start pricing these out. If they're $36.99, I'm going to say $37. Tough Enough, Buddy Reed and the Rip It Ups, $37. Jericho, the band. That should be cool, the band. Now, some of these, if I say it's cool, I'm probably going to buy it. Jericho, Record Store Day, $49.99. Double LP blue. Yusef Lateef, Golden Flower, live in Sweden, $50. So these are not cheap. This is something I definitely want to get, and I'm going to say it out now. This is the one thing that really piqued my interest, and if I could get 2 of them, I'm going to bring people just to buy these. Now, in our record stores, which is probably standard procedure, 1 per customer. So you get in line, you know the routine. I'll be doing a video. But love the complete Elektra albums, 119, 5-record set. I don't know the quantity. Let me see if I can find the quantity on this particular record. Limit to 1, of course. This is a Rhino release, so you know it's going to be pretty cool. But I don't see quantity. So I'm thinking not a lot. So, go for it. Pilot Talk 2, $33. Bluey, the album, that's a Zoetrope. That's a kid soundtrack. That's going to sell out. That'll be flipped. $39.99. Just like the Black Friday Love will be flipped. Expect to pay more for that. Picking Up the Pieces, Jelly Roll, $30. Tentative Decisions, don't know who they are. $43. Calm and KS and the Calm, $44. Talking Heads is Tentative Decisions. So that's going to be pretty good. That might be a sellout. James Bay, $44.99. Chaos and the Calm. Shrink Wrap, Gang of 4. There's a lot of great titles on here. I'm into the punk. I'm into the new stuff. Big Lizard in My Backyard, 40th anniversary, The Dead Milkmen, $60 for a 2-record set. Jonathan Richman, You Must Ask the Heart, $35. That is on Candy Heart Pink Records. Actual Life Piano, Fred again, $60. Touche Amore, see French, that's French. America. This is the American list, I believe. This is not the Japanese list. Is there a Japanese record store day? There should be. This is not the Australian list or the UK list or the Canada list. This is, as far as I know, just American. They vary slightly. So Touche Amore is $55. Get Sunk at Union Chapel, Matt Berenger's $25. Sister Sweetly, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, $40. Breathing Fire, In Flames, $43. Skelta, Ghost is big, $37. That's a picture disc. Albert Ayler, who is free jazz with Don Cherry. I'm sure that's a great record. 4-record set for $130. Like I said, these aren't cheap. These no more $29 double records or $30 double records for Record Store Day. I apologize if this video goes on too long. If you can't watch the whole thing all at once, please go back to it and please tell your friends. This is Tony, LPs Are Us. I want to thank everybody again for subscribing. And if you check this out, I got my new Galaxy Watch, which has the camera in it. I could actually control the camera from here. I'm going to start doing some editing soon. The original Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, Record Store Day, $27.99, black vinyl, slow burn, black vinyl. That's the Amusing the Amazing. The Minstrel Show, 20th edition, anniversary edition, Little Brother, $40. White Men Are Black 2, Young Fathers, 10th anniversary, that's $43. These prices are up there. And again, that add sales tax to that, 6%, 7%. Gumption, a soundtrack by Dr. Dre, $50. Live from the Albert Hall. This is someone live from the Albert Hall. Can't tell what it is. In Excess, that's $30. That's a 1-record set. Tangerine Dream, live at the Palladium, live at the Palace des Arts, Montreal, $50, 3-record set. Fortified by Ghost Note. That's a single record for $43. Back to the Future Trilogy, soundtrack. Don't know if you need that. If you're a fan, just to collect it. You got a cover of Michael J. Fox and a skateboard. That's $35. Doc Brown. The Warfield, San Francisco, Grateful Dead, 2-record set, $50. I have to pick that up for my son. Jack Dispensary, Green Bullets, various artists, $35. Shinola, Ween, $33. That's a single record. Live in 24, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, $40 for a picture disc. Don't need that. This is a good one, though. This is probably going to sound great. Off the board, Joni Mitchell, $33 from the Rolling Thunder Review when she performed certain sets or certain gigs with the Bob Dylan Rolling Thunder Review, which was actually, some of that was at the jail I worked in Clinton, New Jersey, at the female prison, Edna Mahan. Born to Sing and Vogue, $35. Vibrations in the Village, live at the Village Gate. Roshan Roland Kirk, $60. I saw Roshan Roland Kirk. Roshan Roland Kirk would play 2 horn instruments at one time. Here we have a live from Long Island, Triple Billy Joel, $50, $55, a lot of money for a Billy Joel record that you could probably hear online if you're not a Billy Joel collector that must have everything. Let me see here. I'm going, my computer's going crazy here. So these prices are insane. I may miss some. If I miss some, please forgive me. But we will, we'll get back to that. I'm sure you guys will tell me. I'll leave comments. Let me know where you're buying. These prices are pretty. I'm always looking at prices because I'm from the old school when records were $6, $7. With inflation, today's market, it's about $40, which is the average price of an album. And I went too far above, so let me just see what we have here. But I hope you can like and subscribe. We have a Van Halen, and I'm going too fast again. Okay, we are back. I got this thing under control. And what I'm going to do is, while I go through this, I'm going to really quickly talk about how I prepare for Record Store Day. What I do is I'll watch my colleagues on YouTube, all the great VC channels out there. We're not going to talk about anyone in particular, but go through those, listen to that, listen to this one. And what I do is I print out a list, and then I go through based on quantities, because based on quantities, you could have a good chance, a good shot at whether, or a good indication, rather, of whether you're going to get this record or not, and then prepare for it. And if you want a double record for a gift, bring someone with you that's not a record collector, or bring a partner with you that is into different things than you are, which is always the greatest. I always have people with me that they don't want what I want. If I want to get 2 Grateful Deads, one to give to my son, one to give as a gift, I will bring someone with me, and we do that interchangeable. I usually go with Don and Jay. So we have Live at the Wembley, 1995, a Orange Crush, $33. Flowers in the Afternoon, various artists. The Real Janelle and Peel Sessions, Bratmobile. We have Nightlife, which is $37. The Real Janelle was $30. We have The Last Voyage, Doctor Who, $44 for a double translucent record. Gang War, Jungle Johnny Thunders and Wayne Kramer, $43. Rent, the soundtrack, or the show, I guess, $47. Live in Reims Cathedral, Nico. That's a good one if you're, a Nico fan from Velvet Underground. SpongeBob movie, that'll probably sell out, believe it or not. The Charlie Browns are on here. That's probably going to sell out. SpongeBob Out of the Water, $37. Picture disc. Deltron 3030, $36.99. Splatter 2LP. A Spirit Breaks, The Descendants of Mike and Phoebe, $40. Christmas Party, She and Him. Well, that's a good one. I wonder what they sell. $41. Treats. I don't know a lot of these bands, so let me know what I should get if I don't know these bands. I will listen to them on YouTube and get an indication. And another thing I do is I go on eBay and I see what the flippers are selling it for, because they'll do pre-orders. They'll buy it if they're lucky enough to get it. They will sell it on eBay, so they do pre-orders. So there's no guarantee that they're going to get it. Your money's refunded, type of thing. So that's always a good indication of what's hot. You know what's hot, right? Taylor Swift's hot. Grateful Dead's hot. Stones are usually hot. Treats, Sleigh Bells, $33. Ultima Exotica, Japanese Television, $27. Ode to R.L. Royce, G-Love and Special Sauce. Chill Out, John Lee Hooker, $37, and that's a reissue. Some of these are exclusive record store days. Like, you can look that up. I don't want to spend too much time on this show. Trying to keep it down below 25 minutes or 30 minutes. Like I said, please, I apologize, they're kind of long, but we're going through the whole list. And if you see something you like, mark it down, print it out, so that way you can bring it with you. But if it's a record store day exclusive, that specifically means that will never be on vinyl again. Not always the case. Some are record store day first, which means we're releasing it for record store day, but we will release it in the future. Like some of the Doors have done that, where the things were released. Some of the Hendrix have done that. Metal Machine Music, various, $34.99. Something to You, Black Friday Devo, and it has a picture of a Santa Claus on the cover. That's a picture disc, $30. Now, we don't know how the picture disc sound. They've gotten a little bit sonically more preferable for people who have audiophile type equipment and want to listen to it. I hear they're getting better, but if I'm buying a picture disc, it's not to play. The End Continues, Spinal Tap, Black, that's the new soundtrack, $37. Mad Season, Matchbox 20, 2-record set for $75. So that's probably a limited quantity. Trace, Sun Volt, $43 for a double record. So you can see that, again, I reemphasize the prices. D-Light, the very best of D-Light, double purple orange, $47. Trailer Flower, Sierra Ferrell, $43, picture discs. Marabou State Portraits, 10th anniversary, $43 for a double. Live at Brixton, Motorhead. That's a good one for you Motorhead people. I don't have any Motorhead. $37 red. Fleetwood Mac Live 75. I believe, from what I talked to my friend Jay, who's a Fleetwood Mac aficionado type of guy. Fleetwood Mac Live 75, $43 for double clear. I think that's the one he's talking about, and I think that's the first live tour with Buckingham Nicks. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. You can look that up. Sid Lives, Jungle, Sid Vicious, $43. Yoshimi Battles, the Pink Robots, live at the Zoo Amphitheater. They're always fun, the Flaming Lips. $43. John Hurt. I haven't seen a lot that I think are going to be flippable yet. I know that Love box set for $100. Come on, easily $250 the next day, and people will pay it. Live at Oberlin College, 1965, Mississippi John Hurt. $55 for Mississippi John Hurt. Is he finally getting paid? I hope. 2 LP set for $55. Loft, receiving Young Fresh Fellows, $30. 1 record. Live from the Ash Grove, John Terry and Brownie McGee, $26.99 for 1 record. The Watchmen soundtrack from HBO, The Great Marvel, $33. Elton John and Brandy Carlisle, live at the London Palladium. 1 record, guess, $43, because Elton John has to get paid, Brandy has to get paid. And it's the typical pop stuff. I don't think that's going to be a sellout. That's kind of a lot of money. What are you going to flip it at? If you flip it at 100 on eBay, they automatically take their 20% plus other fees and bullshit. So what are you going to make on it? It's not even worth getting in line. Live at the Beat, that's a good one. That should be fun. I'm not buying it, but I wish I could. $43 for a double record. The Doors, live in Copenhagen, $75 for the Doors live at Copenhagen. It's only a double record set, and it's on clear vinyl. TRU, Rillington, 2 Chaz, $50 for a double record set. Neil Francis, Took a While, $37 single. Acapella, this is a Todd Rundgren. I have that record. 40th anniversary, I guess. $32 for a single. Avon Calling, Carter the Unstoppable, $37. We Will Fail, Larry Mullins and Mike Walt. That's interesting for U2 fans, I guess, right? Is that Larry from U2? $28, not bad. Long Bed, Post Malone, $37. Ascending into Silence, that has various artists. Harrison's son, other people in there. So that's that's $52 for a single album. $52. A lot of people have to get paid. A Charlie Brown Christmas, I believe this is a pop-up, so that will sell out. If you're a flipper, that's one that you're going to buy. It's $57.99 for a single record because of all the BS in there. So that's black record, but I think it's a pop-up cover. Seek and Listen, live at the Penthouse, Roshan Roland Kirk. And I think I said I saw Roshan Roland Kirk in college. Unbelievable. Portraits in the Penthouse, Bill Evans for $29.99. Bill Evans, it's piano, right? How many times are we going to go to sleep listening to Bill Evans? That's just my opinion. I love Bill Evans. Metallic Spheres, The Orb, featuring David Gilmour. I have that record. Don't really play it a lot. $57.99 for a 2-record set. Don't know if it's live, but it's a Black Friday record. Life is Beautiful, Larry June, $35. David Johansen and the Harry Smiths, $40 for a single record. It's got a picture of Johansen on it. Living in a Material World, Zoetrope, $44.99, single record, but a Zoetrope, picture disc type of thing. Trouble in Paradise, Randy Newman, $33. Invasion of Your Privacy, Rat, R-A-T-T, $37. Ramones live at CBGB's. That should be cool. That'll probably, if depending on how much it's limited, will sell pretty good. The Father of Delta Blues, Charlie Patton. I always like Charlie Patton, $33. On a Back Porch, Volume 2, Grateful Dead, 1 record for $43. In Flight, Now, Rhino has a lot of these. I think Rhino has total about 37 out of the 177, 178. Now, that's $43 for a single record. In Flight, Linda Perry. Always love Linda Perry. Black Ice, 2 records, $43. Kansas Anymore, The Longest Goodbye. Role Model, $55 for a double record. And that's just estimate prices. That when you go to your record store for a record store day, this is kind of like a guideline. Probably not varying too much for the first day. Later on, record stores cannot increase the prices. I think the list prices of these records. Actual Life, Fred Again, $59 for a single record. Best of Eric Burden and War, $44. And that's good if you don't have the first 2 or 2.5 records that Eric did with his band, The War, that went on to platinum status. I love Black record store days that do Black Friday record store days that do a compilation if you don't have it. But if you have it, you really don't need it. I'm Coming Home Again, Carmen McRae. The War is $45. JPPM, Jeff Tweedy and Wilco's, $27. Actual Life, Fred Again, $59.99. Riviera, The 11th House, featuring Larry Coryell, jazz. If you don't know Larry Coryell, virtuoso jazz musician, have a lot of his records. Live at the Plug Nickel, Miles Davis, $37 for a 2 LP set, not bad. Live in San Antonio, $14.99. Creed, that's $50. Creed gets more money than Miles Davis because Miles Davis is one guy. He is deceased. His family doesn't care. But Metallica, they got a lot of people. They got to feed a lot of people. This is a good one I may pick up if I could find it. It's probably limited. I don't know. Welcome to My Nightmare Live from the Forum. I have to check out who his band was because he had that rockin' band. As we all know, that record. He took the band from, what's his name? The Velvet Underground, Lou Reed's band, when they did Rock and Roll, that live album. I think he took that band, those guitar players, and that may be on this record. Extra Extra, La Luce, $23. That's a 12-inch. Live in London, Bobby Womack again for $25. Some of these may be repeats. I apologize, and it may not be a full list, but I'm going to go over this. And this is things that I'm basically interested in, and I think you might be interested in. Tough Enough, Buddy Reed and the Rip It Ups, $24.99. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, the Bond Girl, she did a Bond record, $30 for a 10-inch. Pulse, Benson Boone, is it related to Pat Boone? $37. I Love It, Black Friday. Icoa Pop, $27 for a glow in the dark. Papa, the Notorious Big, for $32, a 12-inch, recycled red. Cheeky, Insomnia, the Cheeky Records, Insomnia Faithless, $33. This is more rap stuff here. Getting Money, to Get Money 30th anniversary. Junior Mafia, $26.99, 12-inch. Another 12-inch, Thunder Lightning Strike, Live at the Roundhouse to Go Team. Here we have another one, which I don't know why this is out there, but another Phil Collins, when he has his face on it. It might not be no jacket required, I don't know. But that's a 12-inch, 12 for his $27.99. That's the Warfield, San Francisco, California. Grateful Dead, it's on CD only. So that's a weird one. That's only on CD for all you dead people. And hold on one second. I'm just going to check something. I will be right back. We are back. Thank you. It didn't really take much time. But it's a cool thing I could pause from my watch. Pleasure. This is a cool one. 12-inch, 25. Live at the Oberlin College, 1965 on CD only. Mississippi John Hurt. That's 25. Deltron 3030, 25th anniversary. That's on cassette, $22.99. Copper Blue, Sugar, 12 by 4. It might be 4. This is singles. These are 12-inch singles by 4 12-inch singles for the singles collection, $90. Might be very limited as well. Holiday Road, Black Friday Keisha, $14. Alicia Dixon. There's a lot of rap here. Billy Idol, $36.99. Picture disc, for $37. The David Johansen is also on a I guess it's on a CD as well. So there's a lot more on CD. This is a Black Friday. We have Rain and Me, Black Friday, Home Sweet Home, Motley Crue picture disc, which is the cover with the mask. Elvis, you would like that. Bruno Mars, a 10-inch for $30. I'm Coming Home Again, Carmen McRae. Take Me On, Aha, $33. So that basically wraps it up. That's what I'm going through today. There's a couple of favorites I have. I have The Doors. I have The Grateful Dead. I have I didn't see, there's I believe there's a 7-inch of Xanadu from Olivia Newton-John that's going to be limited. I think that'll be sold out. So these are kind of like highlights that I picked out. Try to do every genre, soundtracks, rap, rock, jazz, a lot of blues this time. A lot of good blues. I know there's a B.B. King. So you can check out the whole list. What I'll do is I'll probably do a separate list with quantities and give you an idea of, because we have plenty of time, give you ideas of how early do you have to get there. If the Doors are 10,000 copies or 20,000 copies, you could go there the next day for $75 plus tax, $80. It's still going to be there. How much Doors live stuff do we need? And they're available usually on streaming, and who knows the quality. We don't know the quality. That's the problem again. So not going to go over all that bad stuff about Record Store Day. It's a lot of fun. It gave a great boost to record stores across the country, across the world. And I just want to thank everyone for watching this and listening to this. And I hope this helps. Like I said, there's a great variety this year. I don't think it's a super list. I picked out, like I said, maybe 8 that I would want to get. And I'm probably going to I'm not going to say it too much because I don't want this thing to be, flocking. But I definitely want to get that Love, because I only have a couple Love albums. They're very hard to find in good condition. I do have a couple, and the reissues are very, usually in the $50, $60 range. So if you could get a Rhino Love package from Elektra, a 5-record set from the Elektra years, that's a no-brainer. That's my pick of the day, is the box set from Love, Love. And I give love to all you guys. Peace and love. As Ringo, keep rocking. Thank you, Elvis, and I hope you pick out your costume. That's a pretty good mask, Elvis. We're really digging it. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe and pass this along to your neighbors. And I want to thank everyone. We just got over 5,000 subscriptions. So I'm really happy and proud to get that done, because it's a very competitive field. The VC field is very competitive. Keep rocking. Talk to you later. Ciao. Thank you.